A woman's intuition is low-key some shit. And it's only bullshit because it's kind of...
Is it intuition or is it trauma?
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So this video is a video of a man talking about the woman's intuition. And as a woman, you know that there's this thing that we feel like when we see something, so there's this gut feeling we have about certain things. And sometimes the men in our life make us feel like we're cuckoo, we're crazy or something. And this man went on to come and address it to talk about how women's intuition is bullshit, how the woman will just meet somebody and tell you like, you know what, this person, I don't like this person. This woman will just meet your family and she's telling you so much about your family. And you're just like, no, it's not like that. And eventually, these are strike a bigger conversation of women talking about intuition and also sharing their story about intuition and all that. And some people are coming with the science saying that it could be like it's a woman's response to trauma. That's why we're very sensitive and very vigilant. Some people are saying that it's from the divine. Some people are saying that it's from being emotionally intelligent, and like a whole lot of amazing conversation is coming up from this, and I'm super excited to share this with you guys. Before we get into this video, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Why have you not subscribed to this channel? Go on and smash the subscribe button and click the notification bell because that helps you to be notified once a video is uploaded. We upload videos every day, 2 videos every day, so you don't want to miss it, okay? So with that all said, guys, let's go check out this video and then we'll come back and talk. And I want to know your own thought on what you think about women's intuition. Whether you're a man or a woman, I want to know your own thought. So with that all said, guys, let's go check it out.
A woman's intuition is low-key some bullshit. And it's only because it's kind of irritating how they be knowing shit with no type of evidence whatsoever. Just strictly off of what they felt. They be saying the right shit. And it only be making me mad because I feel like some shit technically ain't so unless there's some evidence to back it. They don't be coming up with no evidence. They just be pulling up with straight facts as to why shit is what it is. A woman to tell you some shit about yourself, about your homies, about your family, anything, and you'll be like, bro, that ain't even what it is, or you don't even want to believe it because what she's saying to back it with. And then give it some time. I promise you, all of that shit that they be talking about be real life shit, and I don't know how they be knowing it. So I'm saying that to say a good woman's intuition is a real life superpower, and sometimes you as a man got to surrender yourself and just trust it. Because, yeah, it might not make sense all of the time, but if you give it some time, I promise you, they be telling us the shit that we need to do. A woman's intuition is necessary.
Period. I was coming like, when I heard the first part, I was coming like this. I was like, I was ready to fight. I was ready to fight. But yes, the intuition of a woman, ladies, I love to know. Just even if you're a man in the house, let me know your own thought about a woman's intuition. The women in your life, your wife, your sister, your mother. I love to know your own thought. And as ladies in the house, let me know what do you think about our intuition and what are your take on this conversation about our intuition? Because some men clearly can't stand it when you're telling them something like, you know what, don't do that. My vibe about this person, they can't really stand it. This video has struck a bigger conversation and has gotten a lot of women talking about the woman intuition and instinct, and I am here for it. So let's go check out what women have to say about this. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go on and subscribe to the channel because we'll post videos every single day and we'll have amazing discourse here. You guys know. You know, if you're a regular, you know. My people knows it. So go on and subscribe to this channel. With that all said, guys, let's go check out this video and then we'll come back and talk more.
A woman's intuition is low-key some shit. And it's only because it's kind of...
It honestly is some shit. You know who's more irritated with women's intuition than you are? Women. You think that we want to just be walking through Target, having a nice little stroll in the candle aisle, and then suddenly we got that deep guttural pain that something ain't right? Nah, we hate that shit too.
A woman's intuition is low-key some shit. And it's only because it's kind of...
It's because it's the gifts that we were given from the cosmos, just like you were given your physical strength. That's our thing. That's our, like, we earned that when we came through the canal. Like, just saying. It's not no shade, though, because if you listen to the video, watch the video to the end,
You will get it.
it takes a turn. It takes a turn. And he understands. Yeah. But I appreciate you, mister. Because, like, yeah, tell him.
A woman's intuition is low key some shit, and it's shit because it's kind of
No, because you had a photo shoot at 7 o'clock p.m. on a weekday at a courthouse, even though courthouse is closed at 5 p.m. And this is your best friend from high school's wedding. And he let you know that day that he needed a photographer for his wedding. Until the time comes, and then you leave 10 minutes before the wedding, take no equipment with you, and claim you'll be back in like an hour. 2 hours go by and you come back and you don't say a single thing about the wedding, but you just ask if dinner's ready. And I have to ask you about the wedding, and I find it very interesting that you don't even show me the photos from the wedding, because normally, even if you go to a photo shoot without me there, you still show me the unedited raw footage. You said it was okay and you don't want to show me the pictures because it didn't look good enough. And you said that it was good that I didn't come even though you didn't invite me. And then you don't talk to me for the rest of the day.
Oh, she's your
Woman
mister.
intuition.
a woman's intuition is low key some shit, and it's only because it's kind of
We are the portal to the spirit realm.
Period.
We birth humans. We bring souls into this earth, into this 3D realm. We bring souls here. And a woman connected to her spiritual self, especially a woman who loves you. It's like a shield. She will protect you from things that you can't see. It's her, it's the embodiment of her knowing.
Yeah.
and it's only shit because it's kind of irritating how they be knowing shit with no type of evidence.
A woman's intuition is so powerful, especially a woman who's really in touch with her sovereignty, who is on the spiritual journey, who knows herself, who is connected to her spirit team, source, divine, her ancestors, all of that. They be knowing. We be knowing. And I have a story time to prove this. So there was this guy that I was dating, I don't know, probably over a decade ago. And I had a dream. I had a dream that he was cheating on me with one of his best girlfriends. So this was before my spiritual journey, right? Because, I mean, this was before I realized that I actually have psychic abilities. So I'm clairvoyant, claircognizant, and clairsentient. But this happened before my spiritual awakening. But for some reason, I had this dream and I woke up and it was like super vivid. And I didn't know what to think of it at first, but I just had this strong feeling that something wasn't right. So I basically tested it out and told him that I knew something. I didn't tell him that I had a dream. I really just shared with him, hey, I know what you're doing. I know what's happening between, you and so. And it was really just to test. And he broke down and admitted that, yes, there actually was something going on between him and his, one of his best girlfriends. And I was flabbergasted because honestly, I was just testing it out. I had this dream, wasn't sure, but I'm oh, let me see. Because if anything, he can say no. And it was just a dream, right? But yeah, he ended up admitting that he was cheating on me with one of his best girlfriends. So yeah, we know. And even when we think we don't know, we know.
Yeah.
If you're interested in cultivating more of your feminine intuition, if you're interested in learning more about your magic and power, I actually have a playbook called Activating Your Goddess Magic that will teach you how to really tap into your own inner power. So check the link in my bio or comment Goddess Magic in the comments and I'll send you a link so you can download my playbook.
A woman's intuition is low key some shit, and it's only shit because it's kind of irritating.
So I have this theory that female intuition is just emotional intelligence and empathy.
Really?
I think anyone with emotional intelligence and empathy can read the room well enough to understand things that men interpret as no, we just have basic emotional intelligence and empathy and can infer things from that. And I just don't think men have that ability. And so we call it female intuition.
A woman's intuition is low key shit, and it's because it's kind of
Is it intuition or is it trauma? Okay, yeah. So what's happened is that women have developed this intuition because of decades and centuries at this point of trauma. And I mean, especially women of color. Let's talk about women of color and like women that have alternative lifestyles are the most at-risk population. They really are. And so you think that it's like, I don't know, this developed thing, it's a trauma response to our society that they've developed it. It's not a good thing. It's really not. And it's kind of weird to me that men haven't developed this. Like you guys are just raw dogging all of this out here without any kind of like internal. Anyways, that's crazy. It must be nice. I know women are out here looking for the soft life because we are trying to heal. Like when they say they're looking for the soft life, they're trying to heal from constantly being hyper vigilant. That's really what they want. They don't want to be vigilant anymore and be so aware of everybody. And so they're looking for the soft life. It's trauma, buddy. You're attracted to our trauma? I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Anyways, free Palestine.
a woman's intuition is low key some shit.
Okay, fun fact. My intuition is so intense that I know my friends are pregnant before they're pregnant. And even people I don't know, I sometimes know are pregnant. I don't know if they know, but 3 times now in the last year, I've texted my friends letting them know they're pregnant. They take the test that day or the day after, and then they send it to me. I'm like, always pregnant. I always know. And it just comes to me when I'm driving. I'll just be driving, and my brain will be like, oh, blah, 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 pregnant. And then I'll text them and be like, hey, just so you know.
Wow.
A woman's intuition is low key some shit, and it's bullshit because it's kind of
Yeah, he's dead on. A woman's intuition is irritating. But it doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from eons of having to keep our heads on swivels to survive because, well, patriarchy. I know we like to do the whole woo-woo magic thing. I totally believe in a lot of that. And intuition can go deeper. But mostly it's in our genetic structure. Our mothers, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, so on and so far, have had to survive. We were traded as cattle. We were worthless. We had no rights. We were literally property. Nobody protected us. We could be at any second just for looking in the wrong direction. In South Carolina, you can still beat your wife in the front of the courthouse on Sundays. I mean, that's why our intuition is what it is. Stop questioning it. Just learn to listen. Love y'all.
A woman's intuition is low key some shit, and it's on shit because
So imagine how we feel. Because just think about you minding your own business and out of nowhere your spirit be like, I'm sorry, what? So now we're going back and forth with ourselves about something that we know that we know that we know that we know that we don't know. Just let that sink in. How do you think we feel about that?
a woman's intuition is low key some shit, and shit because it's kind of
So back when I was dating my ex, I didn't really trust him because he was very friendly to other women. And there was we both worked on a ship. There was one day he left in the morning. He said, I'm going to be back in time for us to go have breakfast. I was like, okay, great. So I went back to sleep, woke up, like 4 hours had passed. And I'm like, definitely not breakfast time anymore. And I had a dream that he was playing games with these specific girls that he was giving a lot of attention to on the cruise ship. And I knew that he was with them at that moment. I said, he's with them. Because I had a physical dream of him playing games with them. I texted him right away. I said, what are you doing? He said, oh, I'm sorry, I got caught up. I'm playing some games with some sailors, which is what we called the guests on the ship. And I said, who? Those 2 girls? And he goes, how did you know? And I said, I just had a dream about it. Come home. Intuition's nuts, bro. Like, the female intuition, when we know that you're up to something and you make us seem crazy, we're not crazy. We're just magic.
A woman's intuition is low key shit, and it's only because it's kind of
Okay, story time. So, I don't want to be that person on the internet telling all my business, but you know, if you know me, I'm a pretty open book. You know, I ain't gonna know everything. But let me tell you, little quick story time. So, about this intuition piece, it's not a joke, and it's so funny because men be thinking, you know, his video was great. Men be thinking like we just be coming up with this stuff, but whole time it's like this strong urge that we can't even get away from, even if we wanted to, right? So, boom. I used to have this ex who, y'all ever have that one ex that just be coming in and out your life, and you be like, bro, where do you come from? Like, I blocked you on everything, and how did you get this access? I could, you know. Anyways, so this ex that I was talking to, he was gone for about like, we stopped talking for like at least 8-9 months, right? So I'm thinking, okay, we done closed the chapter, we good, right? It's over with. But then I was driving one day, and he had popped in my head, and all of a sudden I just heard, it is like I'm making this up, but no, I heard he got a baby on the way, and it was like, I don't, you know, but I was like, no, I'm just tweaking, and I just kept feeling like one of the that I used to talk to got a baby on the way, but I said I don't give, because I don't deal with none of these men, right? Anyways, he popped up like 2 months after that, and so he talking to me super casually and so on and so forth. And I remember I asked him, I said, you know, because when he came back, he has a girlfriend, which is why we're not together. But when he came back, I said, you know, y'all not working on baby number 2? Never responded to my message. Never, you know, in that way, he just kind of went to the next thing. And so, anyways, it was this pressure. I wake up and I said, there's something off. I said, what is it? Like, ever since this man been back in my energy, there is something off, right? So, mind you, okay, so I'm a big dreamer. So I usually have like subtle dreams about certain things. And so I kind of had like a dream, but it was more of a vision of something. And Spirit was like, go look at his page. Lo and behold, I even got to search. I didn't even have to go far. The gender reveal is the first post on the page. You gotta be good. You didn't even try. You didn't even try to hide it. Anyways, my intuition knew. It just knew. It was the craziest thing. And of course, he made it seem like I just pulled that out my, right? Of course. But I don't give a damn because you're full of shit. Why would I believe you? But intuition, ladies, trust your intuition. And I know it's scary. I know it's overwhelming, right? And when your intuition tells you something and it don't feel right, don't stay after the intuition does reveal to you what you knew, right? Now, we don't need to be pulling stuff out of our, right? Because some of us do, whether that's like we're super anxious or we're super nervous or we're, you know, so on and so forth. But when you get that strong urge that something is just not right, ask God, reveal it to me in no time. No time will it show up. So, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. This is Tella.
Please let me know what you think about this woman intuition conversation that is going on. Do you think that it's just trauma response? Do you think that it's from the divine? Do you think that it's because we are the host to bear a soul, like bring human beings into this world? Do you think that, oh, it's because of overtime trauma for women who were so guided? Do you think that it's more of emotional intelligence and empathy that gives us that intuition? I want to know your own take down in the comment section. Okay, but please keep it respectful as always. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree as always. We're allowed to have a different opinion, okay? Well, family, yeah, we just have conversation, amazing conversation here. So go on, feel free, share your opinion. So for me personally, I feel like a woman's intuition is from the divine, is from God. That is my personality. I feel like that is a natural gift that came with us as women. It just comes with a package. Our intuition is strong and ready. I know there are some women that usually it's not really intuition. It's just like they like making up things up. Like they'll build a full castle out of a tiny sand because they are anxious, they are insecure. I know that, not that type. I'm talking about that gut feeling that you have about something. Always trust it. And there's this conversation I had with one of my in-laws. I call him one of my father-in-laws because he's an older man and an uncle. And he said something. He told my husband something. He said, if you want to go far in life, listen to your wife. That's life has proved it over and over again. A man that does not listen to his woman always regrets it. And my husband can actually attest to this because I'm that woman that I always speak my mind, especially when it comes to my partner, my husband. I always speak my mind. I always generally in life, I think generally I'm that person that I'll always say what I'm thinking, and I'll always let you know whether it's just me thinking it or it's something, a gut feeling I feel about something. I'm going to tell you which it is. And my husband, sometimes he just almost feel like I have one spiritual power somewhere because I'm just like... Even my mom goes to the extent to say, like, we usually have this joke in my family. Like, I usually say, like, I'm the prophet that you guys don't appreciate because some of the things I'll be pointing out, like, you know what, this doesn't feel right. In the long run, give it some time, it will reveal itself. And I feel like it also has to do, like, I feel like the energy is actually different it varies from woman to woman. And I feel like the more in tune you are to yourself and very self-aware, I know that the more clearly your intuition is than when you're all over the place, when your energy is mixed up with different people and different things. But when you have a very clear head and one thing I always tell my friends, family, and anybody, especially women around me, is that you see your gut feeling, your intuition, don't push it aside. Listen, that is the divine pointing at something that if you don't address, if you don't take care of, I'm talking from experience, if you don't address, if you don't take care of it, if you don't work on it, you are going to like tell yourself like, I thought about it, this thing came to my mind, I had this feeling, but you didn't address it. You always like, it always comes back to bite you. So that's one thing I've come to learn about myself, that if I have a gut feeling about something, sometimes as much as I like sharing and I like talking, but if I have a gut feeling about something, I'm addressing it, I'm taking care of it at that point, I'm saying it. And sometimes the people around you, especially men, will make you feel like you're crazy. Like, oh, where did you pull that from? Where did you da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? You're not crazy, girl. You're not crazy. It could be cheating. It could be hiding something. You're not. You're not crazy. It could be even for your own safety. Sometimes you just be somewhere and your instinct, your gut, your intuition will just tell you that you see that person, don't flow with that person. As much as I'm a girl, like I'm that girl, I'm a girl. There are some girls I meet and I'm just like, I become quiet. Maybe that likes talking, having conversation. And once I am that way, my friends, they know that once I'm that way, that I'm quiet around somebody, they're just like, you ain't feeling it. I'm like, it's not working. And if that friend goes ahead to befriend that person, there's always something. Anyway, guys, I love to know your own take about this amazing conversation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful as always. Go on and share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation as always. Go on and give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting this channel and this girl, yeah. With that said, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.